Hello and welcome to the Moncton Gander FIR's Euroscope installation instruction video. In this video, you will learn how to install Euroscope as well as sector files to ensure you're able to control within the FIR. To begin with, you will need a copy of the czqm software manual available on the czqm.ca website under the Controller Resources tab. You can also find an alternative copy in the Files channel on our Discord. Navigate to page 2 of the document and we can begin. First, visit the Euroscope installation website and download the Euroscope installer. On this website, you can find documentation regarding Euroscope should you be interested. Go to the download and click the link. Then navigate to your File Explorer, Downloads, and you should have the Euroscope Setup installer available. Double-click and begin the installation process. When prompted with this message, hit More Info and Run Anyway. Click Next, then verify that your directory of installation is this: your C drive, Program Files, x86, Euroscope. Then click Next. Next, and yes, you have successfully installed the Euroscope program. Now, in order to actually use Euroscope, you need to install the sector files to let you see aircraft as well as control zones. Please note that due to a May 2024 update, Euroscope is now installing in the app data folder rather than your documents folder. This is not challenging. Open up your File Explorer, click This PC, Local Disk, Users. Find your name. My name is James. Here, you should not see an app data folder unless you have previously used it. If you do not see it, for Windows 11 users, hit View, Show, and Hidden Items. It should refresh and you should see an app data folder. Click into this folder. Then, click Roaming. Amongst many other programs, you should now see Euroscope. Within this folder, there is nothing FIR specific, meaning you are not able to control with just Euroscope itself. I would recommend pinning the folder to quick access as you will need it in the future. Now, on to step 3. Open Euroscope itself. When prompted to open profile file, simply click Cancel. However, in the future, you will need to load a profile file. Once in Euroscope, you should see absolutely nothing. That's why you need to click Open Sector in the top of your Euroscope screen. Click Download Sector Files. Then, in the Sector File Provider menu, make sure that you have this Euroscope main sector file provider. Make sure the A is checked and click Download. You're now downloading a bunch of sector providers such as the AirNav GNG sector file provider, which we will need. Find the GNG sector file provider, tick the A box, and click Download. Once downloaded, your list should refresh with a bunch of FIR and ACC files. Find the AirNav GNG CZQQ Moncton Gander FIR and click A, then Download. This will provide all sector files that the facility engineer updates on a regular basis. Now, turn your attention to the bottom of this dialog window. In the provided sector files list, you should now have 2 items: Full Package and Update. It is exactly what you think it is. The full package installs all information from a default setting. You will have all sector files, all navigation data, all information, all settings, and all sounds required to run Euroscope and to control. Tick the A box and click Download. And then, on the bottom left in the dialog window, monitor that there is no errors and make sure that the czqm czqx full package has downloaded. This can also be reflected through the checkmark automatically ticked under the D as in Delta checkmark box. Then, the update. The update package ensures that Sector Facility Engineering is able to roll out changes in accordance with ARAC updates, as well as to reflect new nav data. And this can look anything from removing or adding a waypoint to removing an airway. The update package, unlike before, will no longer override ASR files, settings, and symbology tweaks. That means if you were to make your sector boundary bright neon pink and you enable auto download for the update, that bright pink color will not be reverted. You can keep the bright pink. We will only update nav data and iCal packages that are necessary to ensure that you're controlling properly. ASR files will not be updated unless absolutely necessary. Take the A box under the update, then click download. Again, verify there is no errors on the bottom left and that a check mark has appeared under the D column. You have now enabled auto update for the CZQM CZQX FIR. Once completed, close this box and close Euroscope. To ensure your Euroscope is functional, we will take a pause between step 7 and step 8. Open Euroscope. Now, when prompted to open profile file, you should see that in the folder you have a CZQM PIX rule file. This is the default PIX rule file, which essentially defines symbology as well as how things look on the Euroscope screen. This is the default file if you do not use the VATCAN Situ plugin. For first-time users who do not know what VATCAN Situ plugin is or who do not use it, please use the CZQM PIX rule file with nothing after it. Click Open. You will need to do this every time you open Euroscope to control. You should now see a cluster of lines. That is normal. Your Euroscope works fine. If you see this, it means your Euroscope is working. You can now exit again. The final step to installing Euroscope is to install CanScope. CanScope ensures that you're able to see which controller is assuming a tag. When you're on a radar position, you will need to hand off aircraft and controllers will have to assume them. This is not relevant for your S1 or S2 training. However, it is an excellent tool to have when you progress through the ratings. In the link provided on the software manual, you will see exactly this, a GitHub page. Click the big green code button. In the drop-down menu, select Download Zip. It should be downloaded to your Downloads folder. In your Downloads folder, you will need to right-click on CanScope Master, click Extract All, and click Extract. I already have it installed, so I'm replacing the files. You should not be replacing the files if you've never installed them. In the new pop-up window, you should now see another CanScope Master folder. Click into it and run the CanScope 32 application. Disregard the 3 files I have here because that is not relevant to you. Click Yes. In the CanScope installer, click Next. Again, CanScope installer has not been configured to reflect the May 2024 Euroscope change in the installation directory. As a result, you will have to manually navigate to the installation directory. Click Browse. Go to Users, exactly where your app data folder or Euroscope folder is. So for me, it's Users, James, App Data, Roaming, Euroscope. Simply click the Euroscope folder, make sure it's highlighted in blue, and click OK. Then click Yes. Then verify that your destination folder is your C drive, Users, James, App Data, Roaming, Euroscope. You can cross-reference this with your Euroscope folder, which I have pinned in Quick Access. app data roaming Euroscope, app data roaming Euroscope. Perfect. You can now click next, next, and install. Simply wait for CanScope to extract all files in Euroscope, and you should have your installation completed. You have now finished the Euroscope and AirNav GNG sector install process.